All right, students, we're here for another Choose a Career episode. Today I'm here with Kelsey Botts, and she is with Steel Dynamics.
Yes, Steel Dynamics.
And y'all make steel. So
yes.
Tell the students what all steel is used in.
Absolutely. So just a little bit about us. I come from our Columbus mill, but we're actually located in Fort Wayne, Indiana for our headquarters.
Okay.
But we're located all over the country. We do produce steel, fabricate steel, and then we're also a metals recycler. We're actually one of the largest steel production and metal recyclers in the country. So when you think about steel, I never really thought about it very much, but it's everywhere.
Yes.
It's in our cars. It's in our paper clips. It's in the roads that we walk on. It's in our houses that we go home to. It's literally everywhere. So careers at Steel Dynamics let you impact your community and your house and your friends in ways that you really don't ever think about.
Yes. Now, a lot of steel, students, if you don't know, is manufactured overseas. Mm-hmm. We are trying to get more steel manufacturing here in the U.S. What are the dynamics like as far as y'all being in a U.S. company versus an overseas company? Yeah,
well, everybody always wants to buy domestic, right? Because that happens here. Because we're contributing to our economy, we're contributing to our job market, we're trying to supply opportunities for our communities. So it's always better to kind of buy local, right? Just like after Black Friday, you always have the shop small. We're not very small, but it is better to shop here.
Right.
So it's always better for our communities to do that. Also, what I think is really interesting too is that, like I said earlier, we're one of the largest ones. And when you think about it being here in Mississippi, getting to stay here in Mississippi, but still have the opportunity to kind of travel around and see part of the country, it's a great opportunity for you.
Yes. Now, lots of job security.
Yes.
Steel is not going anywhere.
Nowhere.
In fact, even in struggling economies,
right,
people are still building left and right. So tell us about the various jobs y'all offer in your company.
Yeah. So personally, for me, I actually am one of our sales representatives. So I work with our automotive team. So talking about not going anywhere, you're still going to be buying your cars. So I actually work with those companies, but we also work with construction. Like you said, people are still building, whether it's homes, new buildings, new industry, things like that. But also like gas. So pipe and tube, the things that are underneath the earth that you don't even think about, all of that is actually made by steel too. So again, not going anywhere job-wise. But with the jobs that you can have, we have everything from like operations managers. So if you want to work out in the mill and kind of like help everything run efficiently. We also have engineering roles, what we call metallurgists. So those are specialty degrees where you actually learn how to make the steel. So if you come ever tour something like that, they'll call it a bakery. They'll kind of compare it like that. So if a customer puts an order in, you have to make that steel recipe like a baker and make sure everything's just right. So that's a specialty role you can do. You can take on a sales role like I have. We have leadership team, we have accountants, everything that you can possibly be interested in. You could serve a role within an industry company too. It's not just going to be the dirty mill that you might think of. It's going to be a lot of different things that you could use your skills and talents for.
Okay, so it sounds like it's lots of job opportunities for students who have specialty degrees,
right,
but also students who may not have a college degree at all.
Absolutely. So if you do not decide to go the college route, you can absolutely come in. You do have to have a high school diploma. So we are going to make sure that you finish high school. And then from there, you can get into the mill and kind of work your way up. I will be honest, it's a little easier if you have a college degree, but it's not required because we're going to invest in you and we're going to make sure if you have the skills and the want to be there, we're going to make sure that we nurture you kind of into a really progressive career and take on leadership roles if it's something you really want to do.
Tell us a little bit about the salary.
I got you.
For students.
Yeah. So for our new employees, right, when you're coming in, our average salary for an employee is going to be around $75,000 a year. And there's going to be a very robust bonus structure. So that's something to really think about too when you're coming into industry like this.
Plus benefits, I would assume.
Oh, we're going to talk about those too. We got those too. But the bonus structure, what we love about that is that it really kind of harbors this like teamwork ethic. So if you want to come, you got to be willing to work on a team because the way we can kind of push each other, be as efficient and as safe as possible, that's how we're going to make money and we get rewarded for that. But also benefits, we do have a thing called an HSA, which is something I had no idea about when I came into my job. It's a health savings account. So it actually helps pay for medical things. We also have a 401k, so think retirement. We also do stock options. So like your future self can be rewarded. Cool. And you're not always going to have those everywhere. So very, very, very kind and generous benefits package. I think what I am surprised about is that a lot of people don't know we're there because like I grew up in Mississippi. I'm from South Haven, not very far. I never knew we had this in our area. So when I switched to this job just 2 years ago, I was coming into a whole new world, and it's fascinating, and it's things that I wish I knew more about. So for high school students, I just encourage you to look outside of just what's right around you, because there's a lot of stuff happening in Mississippi that might take you by surprise.